is Enhance Your English podcast, where real conversations build real confidence. Let's make English easy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Enhance Your English.
I'm Emma.
And I'm James. And today, honestly, we're keeping it simple. No grand topic, no big life lesson, just a day, our day.
Because here's the thing. One of the most common things people do in English every single day is talk about their day. How was your day? What did you get up to? Anything interesting happen? These questions come up constantly at work, with friends, with family.
And yet, for a lot of English learners, answering that question in a natural, interesting way feels surprisingly hard.
So today, we're going to show you exactly how to do it, Emma and James style, meaning honest, funny, and occasionally embarrassing.
Mostly embarrassing on my end. Grab your coffee or cold drink, get comfortable. This is Enhance Your English, where you learn real, natural English through real-life conversations. Let's go.
Okay, James, I want to start with something really quick because how was your day is one of the most common questions in English, and most people, even fluent speakers, answer it the exact same way every time.
Fine, or good, or yeah, not bad.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with those answers. They're perfectly natural for small talk. But if you actually want to have a real conversation, if you want to connect with someone, practice your English, make a friend, you need to go a little deeper than fine.
So let's model that today. We're going to actually talk about our days properly, with details, with stories, with feelings, and our listeners can hear how that sounds in natural English.
And along the way, we'll be teaching vocabulary, phrases, expressions, so you're learning while we chat. That's the magic of this podcast.
Okay, Emma, how was your day?
Oh, okay. So honestly, today started really well and then got progressively more chaotic as it went on.
Ooh, tell me more.
So I woke up, and this almost never happens, before my alarm, like naturally. Just opened my eyes, and it was 2 minutes before my alarm was supposed to go off. And I felt weirdly proud of myself.
That is a good feeling. It's like a tiny win before the day has even started.
It's a tiny win. It makes you feel like, okay, today I am on top of things. Today I am organized and well-rested and ready. And then I checked my phone.
Ah, the phone.
The phone. And there were 17 unread messages, all from the same group chat, all sent between midnight and 3 a.m. by people who apparently do not sleep.
The group chat that never sleeps.
Never. So there goes my peaceful morning. I'm suddenly reading a very dramatic conversation about something that happened at someone's dinner party that I wasn't even at.
You're catching up on drama before you've even had coffee.
Before I've even had coffee, I hadn't even sat up properly. I was just lying there scrolling through this chaos thinking, why do I have this group chat? Why have I not muted this group chat?
Why haven't you muted it?
Because every 3 months, something genuinely important is shared in there, and I'd miss it. It's a trap. It's a social trap.
A social obligation trap. I know this trap very well.
Anyway, I eventually got up, made coffee, had a fairly normal morning, but then the afternoon. Oh, the afternoon.
What happened in the afternoon?
I had a video call, a work video call, and I was very prepared. I had my notes, I had my coffee, I looked presentable on top, nice top, professional hair. Below the camera, pajama bottoms.
Obviously, that's the universal work-from-home uniform.
Completely standard. The call starts, everything is going well, and then my cat walks across my keyboard.
No.
And sends, I don't know, some combination of letters and symbols into the group chat of the call. Just random characters, like she typed something in another language.
What did people say?
One person said, "Was that a code?" And I had to say, "No, that was my cat. She has opinions."
She has opinions. That's brilliant.
She really does. Anyway, that was my day. Chaotic, but honestly, pretty funny in hindsight. How about you?
Oh, mine was something else entirely. Okay, so my day started with what I can only describe as a personal failure.
Already a strong opening.
I set 3 alarms. 3, because I had an early meeting and I did not want to be late. First alarm, I turned off. Second alarm, I somehow incorporated into a dream, like it became part of the dream. I was dreaming about an alarm going off inside the dream.
Your brain is incredible.
My brain works against me. Third alarm, I actually woke up to, but by that point, I had 11 minutes to get ready.
11 minutes?
11 minutes. And I want to say I got ready in 11 minutes. I showed up to that meeting. I was technically on time.
That's impressive, honestly.
What is not impressive is that I arrived with my shirt inside out.
James,
Inside out, the little tag was on the outside, right there, visible, and nobody told me for the first 40 minutes of the meeting.
nobody said anything?
Not a word. They all just sat there watching me present my ideas very confidently with my shirt inside out like a toddler who dressed himself.
Maybe they thought it was a fashion choice.
I am choosing to believe that. Absolutely. That is my official position.
And when did you find out?
I went to get water during a break, passed a mirror, stopped, stared, turned around, fixed it in about 3 seconds, and came back like nothing happened.
And no one mentioned it?
No one mentioned it then, but at the end of the day, one colleague sent me a message that just said, and I quote, "Nice shirt today."
They knew.
They absolutely knew, and they waited until the end of the day to say it, out of respect, I think, or amusement. Probably amusement.
I love your colleagues.
They are terrible people, and I appreciate them very much.
Okay, let's pause here because we have already used so many great natural English phrases. Vocabulary corner time.
Yes. Okay, first one. Emma said her day got progressively more chaotic. The word progressively means gradually, in stages, getting more and more of something over time. It got progressively worse. She became progressively more confident. It sounds very natural and a bit more interesting than just saying more and more.
Next, I said I felt like I was on top of things. This is a really useful idiom. When you are on top of things, you are organized, in control, handling everything well. I finally feel on top of my work. She's really on top of things this week. The opposite would be feeling overwhelmed or behind on everything.
Next, I said, my colleagues are terrible people and I appreciate them very much. This is what we call sarcasm, saying the opposite of what you mean in a warm and playful way. Sarcasm is huge in English conversation. Oh, great, another Monday. Love it. Wonderful, the printer is broken again. Learning to recognize sarcasm and use it gently makes your English sound much more natural.
Next, in hindsight. We used this in our travel episode too. It means looking back at something and understanding it now. In hindsight, I should have checked my shirt. Very useful for storytelling.
And finally for this round, technically. I said I was technically on time. When you say technically, you mean something is true in a strict or narrow sense, but maybe not in spirit. I technically finished the report. It's only 2 sentences, but it exists. He technically showed up, but he was asleep at his desk. It adds a slightly humorous, honest quality to what you're saying.
These are such useful words for everyday conversation. Let's keep going because the day is not over yet.
Okay, so the morning was already eventful, but afternoons, I feel like afternoons have their own energy. Like the day has used up all its good behavior in the morning, and by the afternoon, it's just doing whatever it wants.
That is such an accurate description. The afternoon slump is real.
So real. Okay, my afternoon. After the inside out shirt incident, I decided to redeem myself by being extremely productive. I made a list, a proper list, numbered, color-coded,
Ooh, ambitious.
very ambitious, and I completed, let me think, approximately 1.5 things on the list.
1.5 out of how many?
9. 1.5 out of 9.
James.
I know, but here's the thing, and I think a lot of people relate to this. I was busy the entire afternoon, like genuinely busy. I wasn't sitting around doing nothing. I was doing things, just not the things on the list.
The list was ignored while you did other things.
The list was absolutely ignored. I answered emails that weren't urgent. I reorganized my desk, which did not need reorganizing. I made tea 3 times. I got genuinely absorbed in reading an article about why cats knock things off tables.
Was it relevant to your work?
Not even slightly, but it was very interesting. Apparently, they do it to test whether the object is alive.
Which explains my cat this morning.
She was testing the keyboard. It was a scientific experiment.
Okay, my afternoon was slightly more productive, but equally ridiculous. I had to go to the supermarket. Quick trip, just a few things, milk, bread, something for dinner.
In and out in 10 minutes.
45 minutes minimum.
55 minutes.
I don't know how it happens. I walk in with a list of 4 things, and I somehow come out with a bag full of things that weren't on the list, and I'm missing at least one of the things that was.
Did you forget the milk?
I forgot the milk. I bought a scented candle, some interesting pasta I've never tried before, a magazine I'll never read, and a very small plant.
A plant?
A very small succulent. It was near the checkout. It looked lonely.
It looked lonely, so you rescued it.
I rescued it. His name is Gerald now.
You named the plant.
Obviously, I named the plant. He lives on my windowsill. He's doing very well.
And the milk?
I went back for the milk. Different trip, separate journey, just for milk, which is when I passed the plant section again and almost bought another one.
Did you?
I showed great strength and restraint. I did not.
I respect that deeply.
Thank you. It wasn't easy.
All right, one of our favorite moments of every episode, the calm word tour. Emma, take us somewhere peaceful.
Let's slow down for just a moment. Today's episode is about something ordinary, a day, just a regular day. And I want to share 3 words that I think make ordinary days feel a little more meaningful, a little more worth noticing. The first word is linger. Linger. To linger means to stay somewhere a little longer than necessary because you're enjoying it or because you're reluctant to leave. She lingered over her morning coffee. We lingered at the table long after the meal was finished. There's something beautiful about that word. It suggests that the moment is worth staying in, that you're not rushing. Linger. The second word is unwind. UNWIND. To unwind means to relax and release the tension of the day, like a coil slowly loosening. After a long day, a chaotic day, a productive day, even a boring day, you need to unwind. I unwind by reading before bed. A warm bath helps me unwind. It's a deeply satisfying word because we all know that feeling, the moment when the day finally lets go of you. And the third word is ordinary. ORDINARY. Now, this might seem like a simple or even boring word, but I want you to think about it differently. Ordinary means regular, everyday, nothing special. But most of life is ordinary. The ordinary mornings, the ordinary commutes, the ordinary evenings at home. And one day you might look back at your most ordinary days and realize those were actually the good ones, the safe ones, the full ones. Ordinary is underrated.
I wasn't expecting the word ordinary to hit me like that, but here we are.
The calm word tour does what it does.
It really does. Okay, I want to talk about evenings because I think how you end your day says a lot about you.
Oh, this is interesting. Go on.
So, I have a theory. People fall into 2 categories when it comes to evenings.
Oh, I love a theory. Tell me.
Category 1, the planners. These are the people who have a proper evening routine, they cook a real meal, they do some light reading, they have a set bedtime, they wake up feeling refreshed and ready. Their life has structure.
And category 2?
Category 2, the descenders. These are the people who sit down just for a minute after dinner, open their phone or turn on the TV, and then suddenly it is midnight and they have watched 4 episodes of something they don't even remember choosing, eaten half a packet of biscuits, and somehow missed an hour of time they cannot account for.
James, that is an extremely specific description.
I am a descender, Emma. I am describing myself.
I suspected. Okay, I like to think I'm somewhere in between. Like, I have good intentions. I think about being a planner. I admire planners.
But
But last night I sat down to just quickly check something on my phone, and then I watched 6 videos about people renovating old houses. I don't own a house. I have no plans to renovate anything. I have no idea why I watched 6 of them, but I did, and I regret nothing.
the algorithm gotcha.
The algorithm completely got me. And the worst part is, each one ends and there is already the next one loading. It's designed perfectly. You don't even have to choose.
It's a machine that knows you better than you know yourself.
Which is a slightly terrifying thought that I'd try not to think about too hard.
Same. Okay, so what did you actually do last night after the house renovation rabbit hole?
I eventually made dinner, which was supposed to be the interesting pasta I bought at the supermarket, and I want to say it was a triumph.
But
But I slightly overcooked it. And when I say slightly, I mean it was more of a paste than a pasta by the end.
a paste.
A warm, unfortunately textured paste with sauce that I also slightly burned.
Emma.
I know. I put too much confidence in my cooking abilities and not enough attention on the actual cooking. I was multitasking, cooking and watching something on my laptop, and the pasta suffered for it.
The pasta paid the price.
It really did. I ate it anyway, with great dignity.
As you should. Okay, my evening was honestly quite nice, actually. I went for a walk.
Oh, nice. Just spontaneously?
Completely spontaneously. I'd been sitting at my desk for most of the day, despite completing 1.5 things, and around 7 p.m., I just felt this strong urge to go outside.
That's actually a great instinct.
It was, and it was one of those evenings where the light is just right. You know those evenings where the sun is low and everything looks golden and warm? It was one of those.
Oh, I love those evenings. Everything looks beautiful in that light.
Everything does. Even the most ordinary street looks like a painting. So I just wandered. No destination, no podcast in my ears, nothing. Just walked and looked at things.
That sounds genuinely lovely.
It was. And I came back feeling completely different to how I left. Calmer, clearer, like my brain had been rinsed out.
Like my brain had been rinsed out. That is a very vivid image.
It's the only way I can describe it. You know that feeling?
I do, actually. There's something about being outside and walking that just resets you, even just 20 minutes.
20 minutes can completely change the feeling of an evening, and I think that's something worth remembering when a day has been chaotic or frustrating or just a bit much.
Go outside, even briefly. It helps.
It genuinely helps. Okay, I came home, made it proper dinner for once, nothing burned, everything cooked correctly,
Show off.
watched something on TV, read for a bit, and was asleep by 10:30. It was a good evening.
10:30? That's impressive. I was awake until midnight because of the house renovation videos.
The algorithm wins again.
Every single time. Okay, more vocabulary because we've been using so many great natural expressions. Let's go through them.
First one, the afternoon slump. A slump is a sudden drop or low point. The afternoon slump, usually around 2 to 3 p.m., is that feeling of tiredness and low energy that hits you in the middle of the day. I always get the afternoon slump after lunch. Very common, very relatable, and very natural to say.
Next, got absorbed in. I said I got absorbed in reading an article. When you get absorbed in something, you become so focused on it that you lose track of time and forget everything else. I got completely absorbed in that book. She got absorbed in the conversation and missed her stop. It's a great phrase for describing that flow state.
Next, rabbit hole. Emma mentioned going down a rabbit hole of house renovation videos. A rabbit hole, from Alice in Wonderland originally, means going deeper and deeper into a topic, often unexpectedly and online. I went down a rabbit hole about ancient history. I started reading about one thing and ended up in a complete rabbit hole about something totally different. Very common in modern English.
Next, with great dignity. I said I ate my burned pasta with great dignity. This is a humorous phrase used when you do something embarrassing or unfortunate, but you do it calmly, like it was completely intentional. I tripped over the step and walked on with great dignity. It's self-aware and funny. People love this kind of expression.
And last, spontaneously. Spontaneously. When you do something spontaneously, you do it without planning, on a sudden impulse. We spontaneously decided to go for a drive. She spontaneously called an old friend. It has a light, free, positive energy to it. Spontaneous moments are often the most memorable ones.
Such a good word. And a lot of today's nicest moments, James's walk, my rescue of Gerald, the plant, were spontaneous. Sometimes not having a plan is exactly the right plan.
Deep, very deep, Emma.
I try.
Okay, I want to do something really practical now because we've been modeling how to talk about a day, but let's make it explicit. Let's actually teach our listeners the structure of a good "How was your day?" conversation.
Yes, because there is a structure. It's not random. When native speakers talk about their day, there are patterns, and once you know the patterns, you can use them.
Okay, so step one, start with a general feeling. Not just fine, but something a bit more descriptive. It was a good one. Honestly, a bit of a mixed day. Pretty quiet, actually. Absolutely all over the place. These openings are natural and they invite the other person to ask more.
Step 2, give one highlight or one low light. Just one moment, something specific. Not a full summary of everything, just one thing. The best part was my morning coffee outside. The weirdest part was when my cat attacked the video call. One detail makes the story feel real and personal.
Step 3, connect it to a feeling. How did it make you feel? It made me laugh. I was a bit frustrated, honestly. I left feeling really satisfied. I was exhausted by 4 p.m. Feelings are what make conversations human. Without feelings, you're just reporting facts.
And step 4, ask them back. How about you? What was your day like? Anything interesting happen? This is so important. A good conversation is a two-way street. You share, then you show interest in them.
And honestly, this structure works in any language. It works in English, it works in your first language, it works anywhere. It's just good conversation.
Shall we model it one more time, quickly? James, how was your day?
Oh, honestly, a bit of a chaotic one. Started with the alarm disaster, which was painful, but the highlight was definitely my evening walk. I just needed some air and it completely turned the day around. I came home feeling like a different person. How about you?
Mine was a whole thing. Started peacefully, immediately descended into group chat chaos, but honestly, the funniest moment was my cat attacking my work call. I adopted a plant and burned my dinner. Standard Tuesday, really. How was yours?
See how natural that sounds? It has personality, it has detail, it has feeling.
And it's not perfect. It's not polished. It's just real. And real is always more interesting than perfect.
Always.
Last vocabulary round. These are everyday expressions, the kind that come up constantly when talking about daily life in English.
First, a mixed day. When your day has been both good and bad, some nice moments, some difficult ones, you say it was a mixed day. It was a bit of a mixed day. Good meeting in the morning, stressful afternoon. Very honest, very natural.
Next, all over the place. When things are disorganized, chaotic, or all happening at once, everything is all over the place. My schedule was all over the place this week. My thoughts are all over the place right now. It paints a vivid picture of controlled chaos.
Next, turned the day around. When something happens that changes your mood or energy from bad to better, it turns the day around. That coffee really turned the day around. A kind message from a friend turned my whole day around. Such a satisfying phrase because it's hopeful. It says that a bad day can always improve.
And next, Standard Tuesday, or Standard Monday, Wednesday, any day. This is a phrase you use to say that whatever happened was completely normal and unsurprising for you. Burned my dinner, adopted a plant, cat interrupted my meeting, Standard Tuesday. It's humorous and self-aware. It says, yes, my life is this chaotic. I've accepted it.
And last, a two-way street. When something requires equal participation from both sides, it's a two-way street. We used it to talk about conversation. A good conversation is a two-way street, but you can use it everywhere. Friendship is a two-way street. Respect is a two-way street. It means both sides have equal responsibility.
These phrases used together make your English sound so natural. Not textbook, not translated, just real, everyday, lived-in English.
Lived in, that's a big way to put it.
Challenge time, the Enhance Your English challenge for this episode. Ready?
Ready.
Challenge 1, Language Challenge. Choose 3 phrases from today and use them this week. Try turned the day around. Try all over the place. Try got absorbed in. Use them in a real conversation, in a message, out loud to yourself in the mirror. It counts.
Challenge 2, the Daily Diary Challenge. Tonight or at the end of any day this week, write 5 sentences in English about your day. Not a full essay, just 5 sentences. 1 general feeling, 2 specific moments, 1 funny or interesting detail, and how you feel now. That's it. 5 sentences.
And it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to practice putting your day into English words. That is a real skill, and it gets easier every time you do it.
Challenge 3, Comment Challenge. Tell us how your day was today. In English, using the structure we taught, general feeling, 1 highlight or lowlight, a feeling, and then ask us how our day was. We will actually reply. We love your comments.
Seriously, drop your day in the comments. We want to hear it. The boring days, the chaotic days, the days with surprise plants and inside-out shirts.
Especially those days.
Before we go, one thought. I think we often wait for our days to be interesting before we talk about them. Like, nothing happened today, there's nothing to say. But actually, everything that happened today is something. Your morning coffee, the message that made you smile, the small thing that went wrong and you handled anyway, the moment you stepped outside and breathed some fresh air.
These things are small, but they are your day. And your day is your life in miniature.
And being able to talk about those small things naturally, fluently in English, that is not a small skill. That is connection. That is confidence. That is you showing up in the language and saying, here I am. This is my day. This is my life.
And we think that's worth celebrating every single day.
Even the ones with burned pasta.
Especially the ones with burned pasta.
Okay, outro time.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Enhance Your English. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us.
If today's episode helped you, even just gave you 1 new phrase or 1 new idea, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this channel and learn English for free.
Subscribe if you haven't already. New episodes are coming regularly, all designed to help you learn real, natural English through real conversations.
And please share this episode with someone who is learning English or someone who just needs a friendly voice in their day. Be that person for them.
Go check out our previous episodes too. We've talked about healthy lifestyle, travel disasters, and so much more. Something for every day and every mood.
And drop us a comment. Tell us how your day was. Seriously, we are waiting. We want to know.
Until next time, take care of yourselves. Get some fresh air, unwind properly tonight.
And keep enhancing your English one day at a time.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.